I'm Heather.
I'm Nate, and this is Lacey.
We're going to La Jolla Cove. It's in San Diego, and we're going to see the seals and sea lions.
And any other wildlife we spot along the way.
It was a gorgeous drive to get there. And once we got to La Jolla, we followed the signs to the cove.
They led us right to the ocean.
We visited on a Tuesday, and parking was still kind of tough.
We used the power of positive parking, and next thing you know, a spot opened right up.
And we were pretty happy. This view was amazing. It was the perfect spot to start our sea lion and seal tour.
Or squirrel tour.
I couldn't believe how many there were just lying on the beach.
I'd probably want to warm up too after swimming in that cold water.
My first question was, are they seals or sea lions? And we found out that the San Diego coast is home to harbor seals and the California sea lions. They're here to rest because seals and sea lions need to leave the water 7 to 8 hours per day to rest and to regulate their body temperature.
I guess 8 hours rest is good for all of us.
The seals and sea lions may look alike, but they say their differences are easy to spot. They say it's the seals that are quiet and rarely make noise, and the sea lions are the ones barking out there. Well, I still couldn't tell who was making all the noise.
The squirrel says, just don't blame me.
Another difference is their ears. The seals have ear holes, and the sea lions have small external flaps.
So you can tell which ones are lying by their flappy ears? We tried asking a local, but Lacey wasn't a very good translator.
Another way to tell them apart is to compare the flippers. The seals have small fur-covered flippers with claws, and the sea lions have large skin-covered wing-like flippers.
Those don't look very large, but I don't see fur and claws.
Yeah, I still don't think I can tell them apart.
Okay, and what kind of flipper is that?
He definitely knows how to use his flipper. It was so much fun watching them interact. I think I sat there way too long. But even the birds were having fun watching.
And these two seem to be eating up the attention as they circled around each other.
We found out that young seals are often called pups, and we were right in the middle of pupping season. It was springtime.
Pupping season? Does that mean it's popping pups?
I guess the pups are popping. I swear this one was just going to look for a good spot on the rock.
And it looks like someone already beat him to it.
Even though I was thoroughly enjoying my time watching these guys, it was time to start exploring the rest of the coastline.
And the seagull was sick of hearing us talk about the seal pups.
We just walked along the coast looking at all the different wildlife. This squirrel picked out the best seat in the house for the best views.
Lacey refused to keep going until we told her she was cuter than one of those seal pups.
No, she's much cuter. And as we made our way up the coastline, the seals and the sea lions were definitely not the only wildlife we were looking at. There were so many different kinds of birds.
We had to tell her that she was cuter than the birds too.
She knows she's the cutest species of them all.
Finally, she was ready to come back out and check out the view.
It was a gorgeous sunny day in San Diego with amazing views. We couldn't ask for anything more.
Lacey even started posing.
We had to skirt away from the coastline for a bit, and we headed in towards the park.
We did see a sign that dogs weren't allowed along the coast in the park from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Luckily, I had spent so much time looking at the seals and sea lions, it was already 3:30. So we just hung around checking things out. We knew if we waited long enough on our way back, we'd be able to walk along the coast. Lacey told Zoe that dogs weren't allowed in the park from 9 to 4. She thought that was crazy.
Yeah, the rules about dogs in the park seem to be a little fuzzy around here.
Oh yeah, and there was a guy throwing giant bubbles in the park. That was pretty cool. And as we passed the time meeting dogs and watching bubbles, pretty soon it was 4 o'clock and we could go along the coast.
About time. I don't see what the problem would have been anyway.
So we headed back over to the coastline and they had more caves over here. But these had a lot more people. And the people were swimming in the ocean with the seals.
Snorkelers with the seals and sea lions didn't seem very safe.
That's so crazy. We saw so many signs saying stay away from the seals and definitely stay away from their pups.
Yeah, I don't think they find it as fun as the people think they do.
There were just so many of everything.
Seals and sea lions, seagulls and cormorants, it felt like it was a vacation spot for all the animals.
Oh my gosh, this was so funny. He was just climbing right over everyone.
Yeah, I don't know sea lion etiquette, but I can't imagine that's polite.
That was hilarious. He made it to the final gatekeeper.
My nerve had told Lacey that rude animals like that get on her nerves.
Oh, we saw this gorgeous mama bird sitting on her eggs. I love the blue on their beaks. It was so pretty. I wonder if the blue is to match the pretty ocean and the blue skies.
And this sea lion was still causing trouble up here. We've all met someone like that.
He made it over all that. He's just got to get past one more. Oh, these guys were playing much nicer. Oh, and now he's just gonna go find his own place to bask in the sun. He's smart. He knows not to get into it like these two.
Yeah, did they think they were gonna run out of rocks to lay on?
It was so funny just to sit and watch them. And I could definitely see why they choose this spot to hang out.
Calm coves off of a beautiful bay.
The views were endless. Everywhere you looked, it was just gorgeous. I bet as a kayaker, you get an even better view down there.
I don't know about the view, but you're more likely to witness a whale.
There was so much wildlife. Everyone wanted to enjoy this gorgeous spot. They had a staircase leading you right down to the beach.
I think there were too many people for the seals and sea lions to come around.
We saw a big group of kayakers going out to see the sea lions and seals.
They knew how to get around.
It was time to start making our way back to the car down the coastline.
Right down Coast Boulevard.
It was really nice. They had a park-like setting on one side and the ocean on the other.
And views of the bay all along the way.
Even Lacey liked the stroll back. She could walk on her side and still admire the ocean. There were so many signs telling you not to approach the sea lions or seals. And yet back there were so many people in the water with them.
And they don't seem to want to play with people as much as we think they do.
Lacey did a good job keeping her distance from the sea lions and seals.
She knows how to respect nature.
Oh, and they had all these great little cute lookouts. They were awesome.
You could watch the wildlife without disturbing their young.
It was such a lovely stroll back to the car. It was a great way to spend the afternoon. Lacey told me I'd get better pictures if I went in the lookout.
She wasn't wrong.
She's just such a smart girl. They say that La Jolla is one of the most beautiful places on the California coast. It's easy to see why.
Of course, Lacey thinks anywhere with a park is one of the most beautiful places.
We decided to check out the last lookout before we got back to the car.
It was empty and it seemed to stick out farther than the other ones.
Yep, you're right, Lacey. It's the same beautiful view.
But now it's got a fluffy doggy in it.
Lacey looked like she was getting a little tired. We told her we were almost back to the car, so she better enjoy the views now. The squirrel helped her pick up her step a little bit.
But that didn't last long.
The end of the walk was just as good as the rest of it, and we'll never forget our day looking at the sea lions and seals.
Thanks for going to La Jolla Cove with us.